back to Coffee with Moshe. Today's May 1st, it's a Friday, and we're hoping that by Sunday the Israeli government will relax some of the restrictions and stores will open and people can begin to return to normal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech hakol niyeh b'dvaro. We thank God for the coffee. We thank God for our freedom. Okay, so we continue with the questions from Jacob from Poland. I have a strong sense of affiliation with Poland. My family goes back there many generations. On my mother's side of the family, we go back in Poland 300 years. My mother's family came to Poland in the 16th century and they lived there till about 1906 in a village called in Yiddish Grajwe, or in Polish Grajewo, in an area called Lomża or Łomża Gubernna, and not far from Białystok. And due to poverty, they came to America around 1906, where my grandmother was the first member of the family born in the United States. And we're fortunate that they were so poor they had to come to America because tragic things happened to that village just a few years later, unfortunately. Okay, question number 4 from Jacob. Are there any other martial arts systems you wished you had practiced but had lacked the time or opportunity? Well, yes and no. At this point in my life, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I've always dreamed of doing styles like Mongolian wrestling or monkey style kung fu. They look interesting. But at this point, I'm more interested in the concepts and the principles that I could learn from each style. For example, I will never be a kung fu master, but I learned enough from kung fu to incorporate it into our style, the sticky hands, the flow, etc. That when kung fu practitioners come here, they see right away the kung fu elements within IKI Krav Maga. So at this point, there's no particular system I'd like to study, although I'm always interested in seeing other styles. If I ever do get to travel to Asia as a tourist, I would like to see those styles. In fact, Esther and I were in Hong Kong. We went to the park, we watched people do Tai Chi and Qigong, and we actually joined in to a Tai Chi class with the swords and the fan. And actually, I would like to study that. Given the opportunity, the time, I would like to study more Tai Chi. So that would be the style that I would study. And I feel that there's a great value in Tai Chi, in the movement, in the flow, in the understanding, and also in the relaxation that comes with it. So Tai Chi would be my first choice. What message do you have to people who are considering joining this journey of training in martial arts? Well, in a word, or 2 words, stick with it. Or 3 words, don't quit. Israel, for example, to give an analogy, is a difficult country to live in. Well, we're surrounded by a bunch of people that hate us. Within us and without us, we're surrounded by things. Life is challenging, to say the least. And a lot of people that come here, they get weak and they leave. And what we say is, when you think of leaving Israel, remember why you came. So I'll say the same thing to martial arts. The vast majority of people that put on a white belt will never reach black belt. I don't know if it's 98% that quit, but a huge number quit. It's bad for them, it's bad for the instructors. I would say when you embark upon this, look upon it as a relationship that you've made a commitment to. And unless things go tragically bad, you stick with it. And when you think of quitting, when you get weak, you remember why you joined. You remember why you walked in the dojo that first day. Remember what your goals were. Remember what you want to achieve. And ask yourself, did I achieve those goals? You came in because you saw violence. You came in because you understood you need to defend yourself. When you're thinking of quitting because you need time to watch Sesame Street or whatever, think to yourself, did I achieve what I wanted to achieve? Did I become the person I wanted to become? And if not, then you stay. There were plenty of times in my training career as a student, while I was already a teacher, that I reached a plateau and I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. And I stuck with it. I had a good teacher, Itai Gil, who encouraged me to stay with it. Kept saying, your day of glory will come. I stayed a brown belt for a very long time. My brown belt was turning white, but I stayed with it. I didn't complain. Stop begging for ranks. It's embarrassing. Work hard. Remember why you joined and stick with it. That's my message.